unit of the Drug Control Center Commission of the Organization of American States, presently on island, some of the thematic areas down for dialogue include institutional strengthening, international cooperation, monitoring and evaluation, research and demand and supply reduction. Colleen McQuilkin, Permanent Secretary with responsibility for national security, home affairs, information, and disaster management, said the gravity of this is a vexing issue. Citing Grenada's participation in recent regional training workshops to build its human resource capacity, she said they are better positioned for the development and implementation of a robust, inclusive, just, and effective policy to adequately address this societal ill.
The best of policies are useless if they remain only on paper. Consequently, allow me to reiterate the Ministry of National Security and, by extension, the Government of Grenada's commitment to doggedly pursue and support the implementation of this policy on its completion. In the final analysis, tremendous benefits will be derived from this workshop, which includes salvaging of lives, thus contributing to a healthier, wealthier nation.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Elvis Morin, said drug control is everyone's business.
It is the business of all of us to ensure that we participate in this consultation for ourselves, for our children, for the future of Grenada. Drug control is a business of all of us.
Morin added that substance abuse at the school level is a serious cause for concern. Therefore, a sound policy will guide their deliberation relative to their response to this problem.
I ask you to be open, to be frank, to ask many questions as we begin to shape this so that this policy can be fit for purpose, can live a wonderful life, can be our guide. This policy must be for us to keep, for us to guard, but more so for us to implement.
Organization of American States representative is Antonio Lomba.
Developing a national climate strategy is crucial. Putting in words the policy of the country is something that ensures that things doesn't stay in the air, that they land and they're embedded in commitment, and they are therefore part of the accountability effort of any country to do that effort. So I really admire the effort that you're making.
Christina John, GBN News.
Health and Wellness Minister Jonathan Lecret says government has cleared the backlog of invoices to ensure continued procurement of medications and medical supplies for citizens. He said a payment was made to the Pharmaceutical Procurement Services, or PPS, which is the official institution within the OECS that procures medicines and allied health equipment on behalf of member states.
We moved speedily to ensure that these backlog of invoices were taken care of in a timely manner. I would like to report to the nation that to date we do not have any of these invoices that we are owing to, and as a result of that, the procurement of the pharmaceutical process moving forward should be much smoother. Whenever you have a backlog of invoices, especially with these kind of regional bodies, they don't honor your requests for pharmaceuticals, regardless of how dire your situation is.
Minister Lecret said government also held discussions with local pharmaceutical distributors and pharmacies to get their commitment to provide their support in the event of a similar occurrence in the future.
Did receive a stock of pharmaceuticals last week, I believe, and we have since distributed that to our general hospital and also subsidiary institutions, and we trust that things are going to be much smoother moving forward. We moved speedily to ensure that we engaged pharmaceutical distributors here on island as well as pharmacies to ensure that in the event we have another incident like that happening, our local pharmacies and wholesalers wholesale distributors can assist us in ensuring that the gap is filled with the pharmaceuticals that we need until.
Minister Lecret was speaking during the recent sitting of the Senate. Well, tonight the camera lens is fixed on the GFA field. It's time to take a peek into the GBN ISAW lens.
Tonight, we feature Arsenal FC's Under 13's head coach, Josh Hinkson, and Foundation Phase Talent ID with Fulham FC official, Oliver Hinkson. Did you know that the Hinksons are brothers with Grenadian roots? That's right, and they are here in Grenada to conduct training sessions with our youth teams.
To be invited by GFA is a wonderful achievement, an opportunity for myself to give back with all the wealth of knowledge that I do have and to hopefully enrich the current development program that's taking place.
Volunteering our time to do some coaching of the youth players, also some coach education for the coaches, and just to kind of see what the climate is right now with Grenadian football and just seeing where we can support to grow the FA and to grow the national teams.
They had their first session with local coaches, then went into coaching sessions with the national Under 15 boys team on Friday afternoon. Sessions were also held Saturday and Sunday morning with the young players. Our ISA line is always open via WhatsApp at 405-3052 or share your photos and video submissions with us on our other social media platforms.
Served Grenada for decades, we are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wiring accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada and St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Now available. Grillmaster Takeaway. Healthy choices of dinner is available every day from 5 p.m. A solution to end your day with healthy, hot meals. Are you tired of fried, greasy foods, junk food, high-calorie food before bed, leading to a bad night and sleep? Grillmaster brings the solution for you by offering customized, hot, fresh, healthy grilled food sustainable for after workout, your keto diet, and those who love greens. Let your last meal be your next day fresh start. Grillmaster is second to none. Advance your order for pickup or delivery at 439-3737 or our WhatsApp number at 1-473-423-3737. Grillmaster, second to none.
On Saturday, July 29, Montrouge Plainfield will be transformed into a sea of grills as food, fun, and friends collide. It's the 10th annual Maggie King of the Grill competition. The best chef and barbecue kings and queens compete for cash, a new grill, and the title of Maggie King of the Grill. Come savor the flavors. Try to bust the ice cold bar and let the kids have their way in the bouncing castles, pony rides, slides, and games. Try your hand at dominoes or the beer and leg competition and win instant cash. Come 7 p.m., you go stateside to enjoy performances from top local acts. It's a whole evening of fun at the Maggie King of the Grill, Saturday, July 29 at the Montrouge Plainfield. Gates open from 12 noon. $10 get you on the inside. Powered by Maggie, Hot 98, and GBN Television.
We say, yeah, GBN we say, arts and culture living, yeah. Rock the box we say, I'm telling you, rock the box, rock the box, rock the box we say, I'm telling you, rock the box, rock the box, rock the box we say, we'll be jamming here on a Thursday. It's a
crossing.
Really? One day I just woke up and I saw pedestrian crosswalks on the road. No one really showed me how to use them properly.
Well, this is how it's done. You never cross before doing these things. They might save your life. First, when you get to the crosswalk, you stop. You look left, you look right. If there's a vehicle coming, you put your hand out, making eye contact with the driver, indicating that you want to cross. And only when the vehicle comes to a complete stop, you quickly cross to the other side.
Stop, look, hand out, eye contact. Wait for pedestrian to cross to the other side, then you happily continue on your journey. This message is brought to you by this group of insurance companies, the Traffic Advisory Body, and the Traffic Department.
All right, it's 14 minutes after the hour of 7 o'clock, and at this time we say, welcome to the conversation for today. It's Tuesday. It's already the 13th day of the month of June. How are we doing this morning? How are we this morning? All right, okay. This morning, what I want us to look at, right? Two things I want to look at. You know, we had the conversation on Beyond the Headlines last night. I did not get the opportunity to look at it because, like I hinted to you, I'm an early sleeper because I'm an early riser. So I went to bed relatively early. I did not get a chance to look at that interview, but I've heard little chit-chats here and there. So what I want us to talk about this morning is, firstly, I would like to hear from you generally, the general public. Politics is a game of people, right? It's a people's game. And what are your thoughts on the Prime Minister's sentiments last night, the accomplishments of his government 1 year in office? It's not 1 year to the date, but you can say, in essence, it's 1 year already. So that's what I want us to, in the first instance. And secondly, so get your thoughts together. Secondly, what I'd like us to look at, we a couple of months ago, we had the restructuring of the MNIB, all right? And something came to mind. You know, in recent times, we see a lot of people are getting into the meat production, be it swines or pigs or poultry, all right? Seeing some folks even gravitating towards ruminant production as well. As a matter of fact, the Honorable Senator Adrian Thomas and a team went up to Carriacou looking at that, and as a matter of fact, I understand there are plans to introduce some new breeds of ruminants to the island, and that's good because I think that we should aim at our food security by producing the things that we eat most, and chicken and pork are the two most eaten meat around. All right, and I am thinking that the marketing board should be given the opportunity to act as that depot where people produce, and the marketing board set up the requisite equipment and infrastructure for slaughtering, and if you want to refer to it as patsing them, so that you can get your wings and your back and the things that we usually import, and distribute it, you know, because quite a number of people are getting involved in that market, but it's hard for the local farmers with the constraints. We have firms that are purchasing, but the regulations and what should I say? The procedure could be very tedious. So why not just have the farmers produce? You rear them, bring them to fruition, as the word I used this morning, and then we just deposit, we do all the necessary paperwork, and we collect our monies and we go. And marketing board now is tasked with the responsibility for, preparing and packaging and distributing. That's just a thought. So this morning, like I said, the first thing I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on the Prime Minister's remarks last night? Also, we're not going to stick very much this morning because I also want to hear from you on Senator Gloria Thomas, her response to that alleged fake calls from claiming to be representatives from the Ministry of Social Development. All right, so these are the topics that I want us to talk about this morning. Firstly, the Prime Minister's remarks last night, also the idea of MNIB coming to the fore and really taking, the lead as it relates to localizing our production of our meat supplies and so forth. All right, so let's go to the telephone line and say good morning, caller.
Yeah, morning, in a sense, morning to listeners and to viewers. I think, we should be very proud of the Prime Minister, whether you like him or not. He did a good account to the point that the host had him more than the time he probably had catered for. But I would suggest in future that probably when you have in the Prime Minister, you have it like on thematic areas, because in terms that people can interact with him more, whether in the area of education and health or something like that, because he said a lot. And I think by the end, by the time people were given time to speak, they might have forgotten some of the ideas that he had raised or something like that. But having said that, I laugh because yesterday I told you I want to get to you at the issue of Dr. Justin Pierre said that that something he said which is so true, and it links to some of the things that you have mentioned here in relation to the pranks and so on. Dr. Justin Pierre said that Grenada is an MP country. We had already written a whole calypso on the mentality and of our people in terms of the give missing and the expect. Unless we exercise Grenada from that mentality, that where we bringing down the country in every sense of the way. One of the things the Prime Minister said that he was very disgusted, and I heard him say it privately before that, is the nastiness that we have going on, the garbage, the level of garbage all over the place. And to me, that is an MP. And not just about parties, but a mentality that came into Grenada with the invasion.
Hold on. So you're claiming, right, from your utterances, I am depicting the fact that you're saying that littering is an NNP thing. Is that what you're trying to say?
No, it's a mentality. It's not. I'm saying it along the line of Wizard. In his song, people tend to don't take those songs seriously. It's a mentality, eat your food mentality, don't care mentality, expectation mentality. And that has been solidified by the U.S. consolidation of its control in Grenada through mainly the NNP party and as personified by the last leader of the NNP. Everything is breakdown of Grenada. Can be attributed to that era. Okay. In every sense of the word.
Let me ask you another.
That we don't engage in real conversation.
Let me ask you another question. All right, yeah. I'm going to engage you for another minute. Okay, in your opinion, all right, is there anything that you can say good that the NNP did?
Tell me any country, and I ask you that already, where the U.S. installed governments.
You're not answering the question.
No, I'm asking you the question. Where there's peace, where the people are not struggling to recover their identity, and the level of violence is Haiti is one. Somalia is one. Everywhere, Afghanistan, everywhere. And why we think that Grenada is exception? Most of the ills we have seen have been...
Caller. Yeah. What you just uttered there, what does that have to...
No. We are very, let me say to you, we are very dolly house mentality people, crab hole mentality people, so that we can't see the connection between...
You're not answering the question I asked you.
No, we complain about crime, we complain about this without...
You're not answering the question.
the ghettoization of Grenada. We are being ghettoized.
Caller.
I make no apology to that.
Caller, you heard the question?
No, I'm saying that...
Did you hear the question I asked you?
No, we have been destroying Grenada. Look.
Would you like to hear the question again?
No, one of the things the Prime Minister said last night is about the state of the Ministry of Works.
Caller.
They have no equipment.
Caller.
That's an NMP mentality.
Caller.
Trust me.
Caller.
Yeah.
Would you like to hear the question again?
Repeat it.
Is there anything, in your opinion, anything good the NNP administration did?
What should I be? Force my eyes to see anything that
just answer the question. Is there anything? The NNP administration did nothing good.
Grenada being destroyed, and according to Kem Jones, who I don't listen to, he says that the worst thing that happened to Grenada is the West Coast is an MP.
Okay.
Trust me.
All right. Okay. Thank you, caller. Thank you. Oh my goodness. 24 minutes after 7 o'clock. Let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Hi, good morning. How are you doing?
I am alive and thankful. How about you?
They do. Mr. Antoine dancing around the question. You don't ask me that question, but I could tell you one thing. I see they do good.
Talk to me.
They breed poor people. They breed poor and vulnerable.
Okay.
Because in one time they had in 2000, so that I know a good thing they do. Anyhow, let me go to my point. I just want to applaud our Prime Minister last night on his speech. Lie down on my bed and just viewing that young man. He was very calm. You could see he have God spirit in him. He wasn't talking down to people. He was talking to you, interacting with the callers, and he had a good stand with the host. And I listened to that man with so much. I wondering if he had a tablet in his head, just relating to people. It was real good. I was impressed. I go and sleep very well.
Okay.
And I also want to thank them with the change of the education system and with the health. We have a lot to accomplish. It was good. So when you come and you meet a mess, you can't just clean it up one time. You have to take time and stages, and that is what they're doing. For almost a year, I want to say I'm pleased with with what I see they have done for the people of this country, and I just want to ask all of them to give God thanks. He's saying everything, give thanks, and He will give them the wisdom, the knowledge, and the understanding. So good out and happy advanced birthday to NDC. Continue, young people.
Well, while at it, why don't you wish the former Prime Minister Tillman Thomas a happy birthday today?
Well, Tilo, happy birthday.
Not Tilo. It's not Tilo. It's Uncle Tilly.
Uncle
Tilo.
Uncle Tilly, happy birthday, a good soul, yeah. Very calm and loving. I think he must pass down this calm spirit to our Prime Minister now. Okay. God wants a cool temple to live in, no kind of bacchanal and hard, and you can't rule with this iron fist and our Prime Minister putting the little hands out in.
Okay, thank you, Carla.
Ruling with love.
Have a good one.
Bye-bye, love you.
Love you more. Bye-bye. 27 minutes after 7 o'clock. Let me take some comments on the Facebook page. I don't want to leave out my diasporans and Facebookans this morning. All right. Let me go back here. Sylvina. Okay. All right. Got that right. Humility. Okay. Sylvina Charles says, good morning, Innocent, and everyone. Have a blessed day. I encourage everyone to repent and turn to God because Jesus Christ is coming back to take his chosen ones. Repent, people. All right, Sylvina. I thought I saw Miss Jeremiah there. Did I do that? Did I say that? Yes, I did. Ms. Jeremiah, good morning to you. Veronica Sandy says, good morning, Gordon, Innocent, Joseph. Good morning, GB and Grenada, everyone. Blessed day to everyone. And Pauline Campbell says, good morning. Sylvina Child says, the thing is, innocent killing doesn't solve the problem. Okay. Cynthia B says, very sad, but we see the anger every day. No one has a right to their opinion. Yeah. All right. Reginald Amade says, good morning, Grenada. Marilyn Gordon says, the people that refused to recertification maybe had false information and afraid to get uncovered on the NNP. So many free cake and ice cream. Now everyone have to buy it. They complaining. Go get a job. Yeah, all right. Mildred Smith said, Mr. Gordon, good morning. Hope you had a restful night. Bless God, you are sharing your love and patience with us from New York City. That's what mommy gave me, so that's what I could give. Reginald Amade says, not maybe, a lot of corruption in it. I'm so happy they're cleaning that up. Young people sitting home collecting free money only to drink and party. Operative word is quickly, so says Cynthia B. Walland Aikwat says, good morning, Mr. Joseph. Excellent topic this morning. Thank you, sir. Annette Ragbasin says, good. Let me engage this caller, please. Good morning, caller.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Joseph. Greetings. How are you? I trust you're okay.
I am alive and thankful. How about you?
I'm quite all right, by the grace of God. I'd like you to pop up your ears because I want to draw a line on the matter in which my name is involved over the past couple of days. So I'll talk a little fast.
You're making headlines. You're making headlines, man.
And I don't like that. That's not my design. I don't speak for likes. I don't ask anybody to click on what I say, not to like me. No, I speak the facts. Listen, let's get this thing straight, Mr. Joseph. Your news item this morning, last night and this morning, directly tells the people that in effect, what went on over the days past was just an issue of quote-unquote prank calls to people who the contrincants or the adversaries will respond with incensed and angrily, of course, like rabble-rousers, like this crazy jackass. But hear this, is that the truth? Written in the news, it will end up as the truth, so I have to clear the air. And it tells me one more thing. It is evident that the quote-unquote repeating trucklers posing as journalists in GBN did not speak to the minister yesterday. For if they did, they would understand that the minister called me yesterday morning exactly the moment when the BBC was introducing the news. Beep, 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 6 beeps they make. My telephone rang and we had a mutual exchange on the matter. And we agreed at the end, because she did come up with these prank calls. I stopped her to say, Madam Minister, I did not. She said, let me talk. I gave her because I didn't want to be cantankerous. I let her speak. And then I said, Madam Minister, I would not doubt, and we cannot rule out there in fact people making mischief, but my one was not. It's something that I lived. That about 4 weeks ago, I was visited by a member of the staff of the Ministry of Social Development who interviewed me for the process of recertification. I gave her the information and I invited her to review my history, my historical notes within the ministry. She left. The same person on Wednesday, just a couple of minutes to 4 o'clock, called me and told me, Mr. Roll, I want to report to you that you did not call or you did not pass the qualifying test, or exact words. And of course, that incensed me. All right? That same person, upon being asked, do I have a right to an appeal as an experience years ago? Yes, but this time you're not going before the commission. You give me the information. I'll come to your place tomorrow. I said, tomorrow, madam? Tomorrow is a public holiday. She said, yes, we have to present these notes next week only. So, we'll be coming to your place. And she did. No, I'm saying that she, because yes, it's a woman. I tried to refrain from saying whether it doesn't matter, it was a woman. It is a woman, or was. She's still. And she came to my place on Thursday, the public holiday, Corpus Christi, and we went further into the details. I explained to her how I spend the money that I get. I showed her how I live. She sat right there and she left. So my case is no case of prank calls. Don't bring it down to that alone, because it wasn't. And the minister agreed. I told the minister, listen, Madam Minister, I want to tell you something. The way this thing is going, I think I wish that we should bring in the police, because somebody is probably being fraudulent here to come and visit me, acting on behalf of the ministry. I have the woman's voice. If I hear it now, I can tell you who it is, because they are bad. Huh?
Citizen Rollo, let me ask you this. On that visitation, you had one or two visitations?
I had two visitations and one call.
All right.
Yes.
And during the visitations, did the person conduct themselves, the operation as someone that you were comfortable?
A professional behavior I expect of a social worker to know what they're about.
So you convinced it's someone from the ministry?
Well, yeah, there we go. I'm happy you asked that question. Before I opened my big stink mouth on Friday morning, I called the ministry and I verified, because I got the name of the quote-unquote. I didn't know the position's name, the change. There was a name change of the position, who the manager was. So I called in Friday morning before I opened my mouth, and I called for the manager. That person was unavailable. And the individual, a male this time, answered the phone. I said, well, look, I'd like to ask certain questions to get certain things clarified. He said, well, Mr. Rollo, I may be able to assist you. And he told me, I said, do you have such a person? Name of the person who visited me on staff? Yes. Is that person authorized to come out and so on, even public holidays? Yes, Mr. Rollo, because they have certain tasks to do before certain times. And can you confirm to me that your manager is Miss ... He said, yes. Well, there we go. So I opened my mouth. That is why I don't do things haphazardly. I do things meticulously. That is why when I talk, nobody can contradict nor refute me. I don't make confusion for confusion's sake. And so I want to get this thing straight. I would like to suggest, madam, with all due respect, that you clarify this issue. And that the next time these access repeating trucklers of the GBN who pose as journalists and so on tell the truth to the people of this here country, I repeat, it's enough bluff. I hope that a line be drawn along this thing. And I'm happy when we conclude in my conclusion of the conversation with the minister that I was not removed from the list. But I'm happy about that because I need the money and I ain't begging no favor of anybody. And additionally, the minister went on to tell Mr. Rollo, we found that son. She gave me a number of certain other people in Grenada who cannot be removed from the list based on their conditions. And I fully agree with that because I know where the money is coming from, the World Bank Poverty Mitigation Program. No change to my research on Sunday proved to me. That is no change to the Poverty and Equality Platform. Investigated is there. The money comes from that source, it's not from the coffers of Grenada. But anyway, I'm happy that it's been resolved, but I want the idea of that this was prank calls and this crazy blind jackass was responding to prank calls. No, that's not the truth. Tell the people the truth. I demand. I wish that I'm clear on this matter, Mr. Joseph. Do have a nice day, will you? Tell them no.
You too, Citizen Rollo. I had to have some coffee on this. Now, quite a number of folks, meet me and, question as to why do I allow, Citizen Rollo to talk like that. I cannot dictate his tone, his mannerism, and as most of you would agree, he's very resourceful. His tone and mannerism really, to me, doesn't bother me. It might offend others, but it really doesn't. I wish it would have been a little more subtle, but that's who Mr. Rollo is, Let's take a commercial break. We'll be back after these messages. 23 minutes after, on to 8 o'clock.
Let them know where we represent 473. Who's the body's passing?
Child abuse is one secret you should never keep.
You know, one day I woke up and, you know, they painted a set of pedestrian crossing all along the streets. You know, nobody told us how to use that thing properly.
I know how.
You're serious?
Every safe, good driver knows about these things. As a driver, you have to be very attentive. You know you're coming up close to a pedestrian cross, you start slowing down immediately, looking to see if there's any pedestrian on the side getting ready to cross. If there is, you stop on the line that is a certain distance before the crosswalk. Then you would see the pedestrian.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners. Oh my goodness, what a morning it is. 19 minutes on to 8 o'clock. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Mr. Joseph, and how are you?
I am alive and thankful. How about you?
I'm very well, thank you. First of all, I would like to wish our past Prime Minister a very happy birthday. That is Uncle Tilly. And my contribution this morning, it was a joy and a pleasure to sit and listen and even admire our Prime Minister. You know, giving an account of the months, that what they did and what they intend to do. And we have to applaud him. There was no big set of fight and throwing your hand up in the air and bawling, my government. He was speaking with clarity, and I enjoyed that. Way to go, our Prime Minister. We love you. Have a good day.
You too, my dear. Have a good one, yeah? All right, bye-bye. 18 minutes on to 7 o'clock, on to 8 o'clock. What's wrong with me this morning? All right, one of my WhatsApp contributors says, Innocent, that is disgracing the youths. There I am, an Imani, waiting on a job. How long? And so are other youths. So whoever is that person, tell them stop blaming the youth and blame the person that is making the youths get money and sit on their backsides doing nothing. Let's take this call. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Innocent.
Hi, welcome to the program.
How are you?
I am alive and thankful. How are you?
I'm hanging in there.
All right, keep on hanging.
Yeah, I want to say a word this morning for people who have sight to see and those who don't have sight at all. Now, I'm telling you, you go to doctor for your sight. Doctor give you a prescription to get some medication in the health center with the government dispensary. They give you one prescription with 2 medications in it. Now, I get medication 2 at a time. Timidol and Solantopraz, that's what they have there. But sometimes the doctors, when you go there, sometimes they say they don't have it. Doctors say, yes, I know they have it. That's the reason why I give you the prescription. Now, if the doctor have to make 2 prescriptions for 2 medication, let them know. Because you put it on one, they keep the prescription. They have one medication, they don't have the other. They say you have to bring a next prescription to get the second dose of medication. Why do we have to bring a second prescription? Go back to the doctor again to get a next prescription? People have to understand, doctors know what sight is. We have to know what sight is to us. Sight is a special gift in our body. God has given us sight to help ourselves, that we could do things that we could see to do. It have that you don't have no sight and you don't have the good side. You could help them. So they have to understand, if you don't have the medication to put in your eyes and your eyes are gone bad, you would have no sight at all. People come into the doctor in the head and the eye clinic when you go there. Babies and all come in, they come in to see that because their sight is gone. Now, telling you, sight is special. God give us sight to help and to know what we have to do. We could do what we have because we have sight.
Okay.
We don't have this. We don't do things to treat people like that. I go to forget the medication. If you don't have the money to buy, what do you do? Sit there and get blind. No, we have our sight. That's why we could help.
even though to have less sight, and they could see a little bit. When we go to vote, we vote for the heart because we have sight to see. I'm asking the president, the minister, please, to help us with the sight that we have the medication we have to get. Let them know. Give us the medication because we can go to doctor again and get a second prescription.
Okay.
What is the ways of coming from? Do they help people with sight? Innocent, you have your sight. Try and don't lose it.
Okay, thank you, caller.
Sight.
Have a good one.
Because sight is special in our body.
Okay, thank you. All right, those with sight help the ones who are not as blessed with sight. Okay, that's the gist of the message. 15 minutes on to 8 o'clock. Good morning, caller.
Innocent.
Welcome.
Good morning.
Hi, welcome.
I want to congratulate, or not I want to, I'm doing it now. I want to congratulate the Prime Minister for the eloquent way in which he delivered himself. But I expect who wants to lead or who are leading us in all aspects of life to be able to deliver. If you're a doctor, you should be able to deliver the goods and deliver it good. You are a prominent secretary, you should be able to deliver it and deliver what you are called to do. So you have, or you must have, special abilities to do things and to do it efficiently. So what we have to do in Grenada, when we selecting people, don't select because we love for some reason or other, because this man giving us a food or giving us something, or this woman helping us, or might give us a little $10 or so. Do things that would build to build the country. You see, seeking to get somebody who would guide you in any field. What we have to do is to select the best people. Forget about this politics, because when these people support a particular party, this party would have in return to support the people too. So in other words, we're going on in circles all through the years. Please, my dear people, support things for the general welfare of our country. I'm an old man, as some people say, but I still want to live and enjoy my old age, but I want to live up to the best of my ability. That's what I want you all to do in Grenada.
Okay.
Forget this thing about I love this man, I love this one. If he or she puts himself or herself for the benefit of the people. Once he is not doing well or she is not doing well, show him up. Get rid of him.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Have a good one. Have a good one, caller. I want to take the opportunity and say good morning to a good friend. Well, she's family now, and I usually refer to her as Robin Givens. Good morning, Robin. Hope you have a wonderful day. I know Micah and the rest of your co-workers and everybody is going to make it an exceptionally good day for you. Okay, Robin Givens. All right, quickly, let me just entertain or engage some of my WhatsApp contributors. Good morning, Mr. Joseph. Please say blessed morning to Mr. John Rollo for me. Thanks much. Okay, did not say who it's coming from, nonetheless. Another contributor on the WhatsApp platform says, good morning, Innocent. I didn't listen to the entire program with the PM, but the bit I heard gave me hope. The ideas, plans, the vision, the calmness, no one barking at us and calling us names, it was refreshing. Regarding the seed program, from the time I heard the caller, I felt it was a prank. However, I wish the minister would go on GIS or send out an official message. So, I'm an NNP and I don't listen to the NDC program. How will I know that it was a prank call? The prankster might be an insider or a person with privileged information. It's happening all over. There are many allegations and proof of leak of inside, confidential and or privileged information by certain loyalists. Yeah, that's happening all over the world. All right, someone else says, good morning. There are still NNP advocates still working in the ministries. They will do anything to make the government look bad, and Mr. Rollo is the perfect tool for that job. All right, when will there be an end to this? I want us to get to the bottom of this, okay? My 76-year-old brother was on the seed program. He has stopped getting that money for some months now. I don't know if that contributed to his present state of mind. Okay. All right. On a different note, someone says, "Good morning, Innocent. Hope all is well." Yes, I am fine, bro. I wouldn't call your name. I am happy for the Healing of the Nation Crusade, which is now ongoing in the Bellevue playing field in St. David. However, I am concerned about the parking on the playing field, especially as it is raining. Please encourage them to use alternative parking space rather than the playing field. All right. Evangelist Selwyn Hailing, this is a clarion call from a community member. They welcome the crusade, but they wish that you can park, or wish that, people coming to the crusade can park outside of the playing field, because I personally know the area, and it's usually very soggy when it's raining, and with vehicles parking there, it affects the playing field, and that's the only playing field in the vicinity for the community members. That's where they have their football and cricket tournaments. So while we're glad for the crusade, we're glad for the word of God and so forth, but be mindful, of securing the parameters of the playing field. Let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Yeah, good morning.
Welcome to the program.
Well, thank you. Thanks for being here. There is three quick small things I would like to mention. The first one is I would like to congratulate the Prime Minister on a well-articulated interview. I remind me when I was in the 70s, when Maurice Bishop was Prime Minister of Grenada. Some of the things he said and the way he spoke it was well accepted locally, regionally, and internationally. So if the Prime Minister could keep to what he's doing, I believe Grenada in the next 5 years or more, 10 years, we will be a country, an island to reckon with. Secondly, there is a calling concerning the sign to putting up a pedestrian crossing or whatever on Cherry Hill. I thank the traffic department for what they did, but what they did is they put a sign saying, "Drive slowly, pedestrian zone." Then it's pedestrian crossing. I don't know if the two words mean the same, but a lot of Grenadians don't read. So I think they need to put a proper pedestrian crossing from that step.
Okay.
Instead of just having something marked in the road. Eventually, you're going to be washed off or whatever by the weather.
Nice.
And thirdly, I went to an event on Sunday, and I just put in something out for the Ministry of Sports, regardless of who staged the event or not. When you having an event on a playing field, I'm asking them if they could refrain from serving the drinks in bottles and use plastic cups. Because I noticed nearly everybody, including me, was having a drink in bottles.
Malt, right?
Pardon?
Was it malt?
But no, I take my little drink now and then. I'm not excessive, but I take a little one. But no, I'm serious. This is not a joking matter.
Yeah, I know.
You're talking about the children playing, people, athletes, and you never know who might break a bottle, and then you can imagine what could happen. So all I'm saying is that when they're having events, refrain from serving drinks in bottles.
I would love to endorse you on that. As a matter of fact, I wish we would reach to that level where whenever you go out in a public place and you're being served drinks, it should be served in plastic glasses.
Yeah.
But
that actually did happen, and I'm sure other people might have the same idea. Why bottles? Why not plastic cups?
Yeah.
So just putting out.
Okay. Thank you, caller. Have a good one. All right, folks, we take our final commercial break in the program, and then we come back with the wrap. Don't you go anywhere.
prevent cold and flu by washing your hands with soap and water for at least 20 seconds. That's the time it takes to remove most germs. No soap and water? No worries when you've got alcohol-based hand sanitizer.
Wait to see my granddaughter.
Good morning again and welcome back to the wrap on the program this morning. Before I get into any more calls, I want to say good morning to some very special people. Miss Esther Forrester and family out there in Birchgrove, good morning to you. Good morning to Timo. Yeah, Mr. Ventu. How you doing? All right, Timo, yeah. And good morning to you, Mr. Godric Pierre and family. All right. Good morning, Auntie. How are you doing, and Mr. Balwant and family? Good morning. All right. Paula, I was wondering what's happening. You're not touching base. All right. She says, good morning, sis. Just got up. Hope you have a blessed day. Oh, you slept in. All right, good. Marilyn Gordon, caller, who you think crossing there? People have to use their imagination. Everything you all complain is people crossing, not animal. Just saying the word mean the same. Oh, my goodness. I mean, could you imagine? I said that we were going to talk about something nationalistic. Yeah, but everybody delve into the politics, man. What's up tomorrow, please, God? And once we have the time, we will be talking about the real role that's personal, right? And I know when I say that, I speak on behalf of quite a number of other farmers. The real role of MNIB. We really want to see that. Good morning, caller.
Yes, good morning to you once again.
How you do?
Not too bad, and how are you today?
I am fine.
Right, stay fine. Have a great day. No, Gordon, sometimes I get so sort of confusing. I listened to the Prime Minister last night. We're not short of brain power. We're not short of information. But I'm asking, why are we here that we're not going forward? We have the people with the capacity to do so. But I'll tell you what, I want to send a message to the Prime Minister because I'm listening over the years. You see, we need to get our people involved. And I want to caution the Prime Minister, his supporters out there, and maybe some of his advisors, don't go down the alley of dividing the citizens further. The hate. Don't do that. Be very, very careful. Because if we continue to do that, whatever he said last night, we'll never achieve that. The man had great ideas. But you have to put these ideas into practical use. And if you continue to divide the society, we'll never be able to achieve that. We have to use all of the citizens to achieve revenue and to be able to do what we have to do. So I want to leave that there, but I also want to say to the Prime Minister, yes, because he raised the question, if he failed to get what you call his ministry going, by way of getting his equipment, his heavy equipment, to be able to do what we have to do on our own, and then to be relying on loans and to use maybe the private sector exclusively to do this infrastructure work, we'll never get there. We have to be able to get our own equipment, use our own people to do a lot of the things we have to do on a timely basis, instead of looking for loans, large loans, to force our revenue source, to force our people with high costs and so forth. We have to do it our way.
Okay.
And I want to leave that with him, because if we continue going the other way, we'll never get there.
We'll be spinning top in mud.
We'll be spinning top in mud.
Thank you, caller.
Have a great
day.
Bye-bye.
All right, good. And in the wrap this morning, finally, one of the WhatsApp contributors says, "Good morning, Innocent. Good morning to you, Devon. I ain't saying your surname. All right. But at least I didn't even know your surname because I understand you got married recently." Okay, Devon says maybe it's time that the Ministry of Social Development outfit their workers with uniforms and ID cards for identification purposes. That is true. That's a direction that can be taken. But Innocent, MNIB closed down. We're waiting on the new entity. It's not, my friend, it's not totally closed down yet, because remember the operation in River Road is still functioning as far as I understand. But tomorrow, God permits, I want us to really look at what and use the time today, tonight, while think of some ideas, because the Prime Minister listens, the government listens. And let's see what we really want for that new entity that is going to take over as the MNIB, whether it's going to be the same name or a different name or whatever. But my thought is that I would love to see MNIB be that depository where farmers, be it crops or livestock, just do the production and that entity is responsible. So the farmers, you take away the responsibility of the farmers from having to market and sell. All right, we produce. You do the marketing and the sales. Folks, that's as far as we can go. All those of you on the various platforms, thank you very much. Paul, good morning. How you do? I find you getting less frequent on my program, as my good friend would say, to stop that. I love you, folks. Bye-bye. Here's where we end for the day. Love you. Bye-bye.